Hey, what's going on, everybody? I got another little quick live action update for you. Hope you'll excuse the casual summer wear. It's still hot as balls outside, even though it's the end of September. And as we're going into the month of October, I've got a whole bunch of really cool announcements to share with you all that I've been waiting to talk about for quite a while now. So for those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you might know that I started doing these themed Kerblogs, themed months full of Kerblogs, the first of which last year was Voiceoctover, where I basically dedicated the entire month to talking about the craft of voice acting and interviewed some veterans such as Ben Diskin and Mona Marshall, and I also happened to have two, at the time, major video game projects that I voiced big characters in, Tales of Zestiria and Disgaea 5, both coming out that month, and so I had the casts of those join me for some Kerblog interviews as well. And that was a lot of fun, and I thought, you know what, this would be really cool to do again, so the month of October is going to be Voiceoctober 2016, and I wanted to do things a little bit differently this time, so what I decided to do was I have gathered a bunch of new guests, a lot of new first-time guests you haven't heard on Kerblogs before, from different parts of the US and Canada that work in the voiceover business. So people from Vancouver, from Calgary, from right here in LA, from Texas, etc. I've already, at the time that I'm doing this update video, I've already recorded a bunch of them. So I'm going to be having a whole bunch of those coming out every Saturday for the next several weeks. And then for Tuesdays, in place of the usual Kerblogs, I'm going to be bringing back a little series that a lot of people have been asking me to do more episodes of, my sort of unofficial spin-off of DYKGaming, with their blessing, of course. Did you know voice acting? Which are little trivia videos about various cartoons and anime and video game series, etc. So I've got 5 new episodes of that that I've already got ready and uploaded and good to go. Some of them are new series and new things that we haven't done episodes on before, and some of them are continuations of previous ones. I won't say what they are, but those will be coming out every Tuesday, and we'll be having the interviews every Saturday, starting tomorrow. I won't spoil what the first one will be. And you might have noticed, actually, in the midst of that, that a lot of those are actually going past the number of weeks that are in the month of October. We're actually going to be spreading Voiceoctober into the first week of November. I'm calling it jokingly Voice Overtime, haha. So that'll be going a little bit further than that. And also, in addition to just the YouTube channel stuff, I've also got some projects that I'm voicing in that are going to be coming out that I'm going to be working on actually over the course of the month. A lot of which I can't talk about. One of which I can talk about is, of course, those of you who don't know, I'm returning for the part of Dezel in Tales of Zestiria the X, and whether or not he may or may not be showing up in the series, perhaps during the month of October, you'll have to be watching and find out for yourself. It's available on Funimation's website. I'll have a link to it in the description below. If you haven't checked out Tales of Zestiria the X already, it's amazingly stunning. UFO Table did the animation. It looks like the opening of the game, like the entire show looks like that. It's really incredible. And a whole bunch of us, all the main characters from the cast of the game got to come back and play their characters again too, which is super cool, and I'm really excited to be back because I love Dezel. And Garma Zabi from Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, which I booked last year and recorded for the second OVA, actually around this time last year, and it came out. We just recently recorded the 4th Gundam Origin OVA, The Eve of Destiny, which is going to be coming out very soon, probably not within the month of October, but will be before the year's up. And actually, in the month of October, there's going to be a special screening in California of the first 3 Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin OVAs, including the 3rd one of which, Dawn of Rebellion, where Garma, my character, is very prominently featured. I'll have more details about that. I'll probably make a little update video about it as the month goes on. It's like halfway into October. And also, of those of you who hadn't known on Twitter, I've been talking about it, I also got to play in another Gundam universe. You can hear me as the part of Savarin, Biscuit's older brother, in Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, which is airing on Adult Swim on Saturdays. I don't think I'll be in the episode airing tomorrow, but I was on last week's episode, so if you want to catch up on the show, and I may be in some future episodes with that character, and I'm scattered around as other various guys as well. And I've got another really big project that I'm recording in October that I cannot talk about yet. I'm hoping very much I'll be able to talk about it early next year, depending, but we'll certainly see. And also, actually, this should be coming out soon, Y2K, a postmodern RPG from the amazing people at Act Studios. The game is very, very close to being done, and I believe if we're lucky, it should be out before this year is done as well, so look forward to that. Anyway, voiceover stuff and Voiceoctover aside, so going into the month of November, I've got a couple things I want to tease about that. So for those of you who maybe don't know either, the second week of November is the 5-year anniversary of my web series Tome, Terrain of Magical Expertise. And, on November 11th, 2011, 5 years ago, to date soon, was when we uploaded the first episode of Tome to Newgrounds. And it's been an amazing journey since then. And so with such a big year of the anniversary coming up, I've got some bad news and some good news. I'm going to go into the bad news first. The bad news is, after thinking a lot about it over the last year and a half or so, as we were kind of getting close to finishing up the series, I've decided after thinking about it a lot that I'm not going to be doing a Tome Season 3. I know a lot of people have been asking to continue the show, but for a lot of different reasons, this is the route that I want to go. One, most importantly, I would say, the ending of the series as it is the ending that I originally had in mind when I set out to make the show. And I feel that even though I had an idea for Season 3 that I thought would be kind of cool, but in retrospect, it's like, you know, the ending was as I intended it, and it would just be kind of extending beyond where I intended anyway. But also, importantly, the second reason is, if I were to do something else next with the Tome IP in terms of a major project, I would much rather it be a game. Obviously, I teased, you know, one of the two or both back when we did the screening for the final episode at Anime Expo, you know, well over a year now. And I wish that I had more news about that. Unfortunately, I don't. I don't want to jump the gun about if that may or may not happen yet. I don't know. But as soon as I know, you will all know 100% absolutely. So, nonetheless, past the bad news, because I knew I wasn't going to have anything major to announce, you know, regarding more episodes or a game or anything like that, I still wanted to do something cool for the anniversary this year. So what I decided to do was, when 2016 began, I started working a lot more on my storyboarding stuff, which is one of the things I've been training myself in this year in terms of just trying to sharpen my skills in the animation world. And there was a little thing that I storyboarded for my portfolio that was Tome related, and I decided, you know what, actually this would be something really cool for the anniversary. So, to hopefully make up to you all, and hopefully this will be something cool regardless, I'm very happy to announce that in celebration of the 5-year anniversary, we're going to be releasing an all-new animated short for Tome that takes place after the end of the series. It's not a huge deal, it's just a quick little like 2 or 3 minute animation, but it is probably the nicest looking visually animation that I've ever done for anything. And I'm really proud of how it turned out. I had a lot of help from folks, including some folks from the original staff of the show as well. So look forward to that. That is going to be coming out on November 11th, which will be the anniversary day. And I'm going to have more announcements about the anniversary week when we get closer to it, probably when November actually rolls around, so I don't, you know, dilute Voiceoctober. But I've got a couple other cool things planned for that week, including the day after the anniversary. But once I have those details all worked out and we get closer to that month, I'll have another announcement video about that. Maybe either like this or maybe just like the pictures or something. I don't know. But either way, yeah. So that'll be coming out in November on the 11th. And in the meantime, Voiceoctover starts tomorrow. And I've got a whole lot of cool stuff that I've talked about earlier that I'm really excited to share with you all. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that any and all folks that are either interested in voiceover for the trivia and the historical side, or maybe those of you who are interested in getting into voiceover get something cool and important and insightful out of these interviews and the digital voice acting videos and everything. And yeah, and then I got a few other things planned for the rest of the year, maybe some changes, we'll see what happens. But that's a bunch of stuff for now. I hope you all look forward to it. Thanks for listening to me ramble and flail my arms around like an idiot. And I will see you tomorrow. You'll be hearing me tomorrow as Voiceoctover 2016 begins. And until then, I'll catch you all later. Bye.